Hey everybody, welcome to Breaking the Rules, Vanderpump Ones. Your host here, Amber Casto. I'm gonna go over the headlines with you guys first, and then the Hubs Nick is gonna join me for the recap for season 11, episode 7. Exciting stuff. I am literally exhausted, fresh off of a crazy 24 hours in LA last week for Kyle Chan's birthday party. Again, thank you so much, Kyle, for inviting me. And I brought a girlfriend of mine that I know from work that we've been friends for over a decade now. And she's a whiskey drinker, originally from the Santa Monica area. So really felt like she would probably enjoy, even though she's never seen an episode of Vanderpump Rules. I kind of didn't want to be a fangirl, and then I probably fanned out a little bit. But it was great. It was so much fun. We were at the Bourbon Room in downtown West Hollywood, and there were so many people there. I got to meet Tyler. I got to meet Kyle. I got to meet Schwartz. I got to meet Jax. I got to meet Sandoval. I got to meet Israel. I spent a lot of time with Israel, a lot of time with Zach Wickman from the Valley. So I definitely am going to have Zach on the podcast. For one of the Valley recaps, we're going to be able to have Israel on for one of the VPR recaps. I'm so excited. Those two were probably my favorite. Israel is the nicest guy ever. I just enjoyed talking to him. He was just so friendly and welcoming. And then Zach and I, we just have so many similar roots. It made me laugh that was where I gravitated. Of course, somebody that was, born, raised in Kentucky and has those East Coast roots. So I thought that was funny. But you guys, I had an amazing time. I'm pretty sure I talked Schwartz into coming on the podcast. It's going to be a different kind of podcast, but I love him, adore him. You guys know that was probably that was the one I wanted to meet the most going on that trip. And I want to keep going on those trips to Kyle's events because I had such a great time. So definitely will not be the first, or will not be the last, the first but not the last that I'm going to go on. So I'm super excited about that. Definitely, I got a glass made for Kyle. So it was his whiskey launch and his birthday party. And we got a whiskey glass made for him that has our podcast emblem down in the bottom of it. And I forgot it at the hotel. I was so mad at myself. So I am going to mail that to him. And I'm so excited for him to get it because it's so cool looking. Other than that, there's all kinds of news. The Valley premiere was the same night as Kyle's party. So I literally saw Schwartz, Jax, and Zach Wickman straight from the premiere party. They left Jax's Studio City and came straight over to the Bourbon Room for Kyle's birthday party. So they were straight from the premiere coming over there. I did see on the news where Jax and Brittany did not go to the premiere together, so they did show up separately to the premiere. I will say that it was definitely... Jax was super nice and super welcoming, but I could tell that he may have not had the best day. So I'm just assuming that maybe he cut out of there because he wanted to or needed to. I mean, it was his own place that was hosting that. If I had known that, I would have hounded them down to get some premiere passes to come because I definitely would have loved that being starting that recap tomorrow. For them. So I'm so excited about the Valley premiere. It is Tuesday, March the 19th, 9 p.m. So we get VPR at 8 o'clock and the Valley premieres at 9 o'clock. There's all kinds of teasers that have came out. Jax has been pretty open, and the Valley cast was all on the after show for this episode of VPR, so there will be a little bit of tidbits from that cast that we actually throw in to our recap this week, so that is exciting. And I'm sorry about the doggy claws. I do have a pup that is not feeling very well, so she is definitely... I made her get up on the couch, so you guys won't hear her anymore, so my apologies. There was also a new mid-season trailer for Vanderpump Rules for season 11, and inside of that mid-season trailer, there was a clip where Sheena said something to Brock along the lines of, "I don't think we're going to be together forever." And apparently it was just taken out of context from a conversation that she had with him. One of my creator friends, Brittany, is on Discord with her, and she did tell her specific, like Sheena told her that it was taken out of context. She was just talking about she really, with her OCD, is terrified that one of them is going to die young. And so that was really what she was referencing. It doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, to me, in that case, then nobody's ever going to be together forever. I mean, it is your forever. I think that's what you mean whenever you say that, is it's your forever and not like the forever. So the cast actually is going to find out about season 12 at the end of this month. So in the next 2 weeks, the cast will learn the fate of season 12 for Vanderpump Rules. I think it's like right around the corner. So that is like really exciting to know that. And that was actually told to me by some cast. So just hold on to your hats. Hopefully we may get a little spoof or spoiler or something and be able to share that with you guys. But I really do hope that it's not the end. I will say that there was a podcast clip that I dug out from like a few years ago. It was like 2022, I think, whenever Stassi was talking about the original plan for the Valley or Valley Rules or Vanderpump Valley. They hadn't really landed on an exact name, I don't think. And it was supposed to take place at her wedding, the transition or crossover. So the wedding would be the end of their era on Vanderpump Rules and would switch them to a new show. And then they would bring in all new cast to fulfill the whatever, positions were open inside of Vanderpump Rules, whoever did not transition as a part of that. And I mean, it would have been neat. I do agree that it would have been really neat. Of course, everything blew up. Stassi was fired, Kristen was fired, then Jax and Brittany were also let go. So everything kind of changed. We are getting a different Valley now. I know somebody was like, but Jax tried to take the credit for that. Jax kind of did bring this group of people together. So they would have never known about this group of people had it not been completed, by Jax. So I do think that it does make him primarily the creator of this group of people coming together to create a reality show. Our last piece or headline this week is going to be reunion tea. So I heard it was pretty boring, guys. Like, I heard the first portion of it was extremely just, from what we've seen in the past, was just a lackluster. But I will say that at the end, there was a massive blow up, and that massive blow up took place between Lala and Ariana. Apparently, it was very, very bad, and the friendship is over. And they apparently are saying they will never speak again. So I'm not sure what it was over, but I will definitely be tuning in to find out. So that's our headlines for this week, and let's get us into that recap. Okay, sorry, we're back, and the Hubs has joined me.
Hey, everyone.
Oh, man. So we're like finally getting used to this new setup with the new mics, which, by the way, the sound is so much better. Thank God.
Yeah.
We can hear you. We can fucking hear you.
You don't wanna.
Yeah, we might not want to.
Yeah, you'll be regretting it now, people.
But it's been really crazy around here.
Yeah.
Continues. You have been way more busy than me, and I flew to Hollywood and back.
Yeah, man.
But I did talk about that some on the headlines about the cast that I met and some upcoming podcast guests that we're so excited about.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah. It's going to be so fun. But anyway, what's up with your 5 minutes? What are you into?
Well, put me on the spot. I wasn't prepared. Just getting ready for the donuts and coffee. Booked another event today. And just getting ready to take the boy to get sworn in to the Army. Woo-woo.
I know. He goes tomorrow. So you guys will be gone all day tomorrow, and you will be gone all day Wednesday as well.
Yep.
But it's so exciting. He found a great job. He's kind of going active, semi-active, so that he can work a job close to here, and it's just like everything's just fallen into place. We completed the final order for donuts and coffee.
Yeah.
Cha-ching! So you are officially, everything is on its way. So much has gone into this, you guys. Like,
Yes, it has.
Blood, sweat, and tears in the last 2 months has gone into this
For real.
small business, but we're super proud of it, and I'm super proud of you. It's like exciting.
Yeah.
Different because he's been chilling. He was in school for the longest time, so finished his degree after he retired from the military, and then he's just kind of been chilling because he brings in enough in retirement to pay plenty of his bills. So he was bored. Like, he needed more.
Needed more than 40 acres, I guess.
Yes. Well, we don't really take care of all 40 anymore. Like,
No.
that's great.
Yeah.
We've kind of enlisted a lot of help. So there's a kid that really, I say kid, and he's not a kid, he's a grown man now, but he was the same age as our son, so they played baseball together back in the day, but he, like, needs the hay, and so he comes and cuts and bales the hay as long as he can keep it for his animals and to use for his farm. And we are gladly, if he just comes and chops it.
Keep it clean.
Yeah, you can have it.
Just keep it clean.
Okay, so let's get into this because we are definitely trying to keep you guys at a good time today. Season 11, episode 7.
Written in the stars.
I'm sorry, guys. I am such a dud here because I just don't believe in a lot of this shit.
Me either.
I just feel like you are who you are, and I don't know, I have pieces of a lot of different things in me, and it may be because of when I was born or what time of year or whatever, but I don't know, I feel like a lot of it is really made up. I'm sorry, I know I'm going to get some bad messages over that, but
I mean, I feel like I have a lot of mannerisms of a Cancer than I am.
You do.
But I don't really have anything else to say other than that.
And I'm kind of the same. Like, I am a cut and dry Scorpio. It's why we work, though.
Yeah.
Because we're opposite sides of the spectrum. Okay, so the first thing that we see is Sandoval coming back home from the trip. And coming in, Ariana's upstairs, and she hears him come in. And getting ready to go to Barbie.
Like, yeah.
She's so cute. I cannot get enough of her. She's freaking adorable.
I'm wondering how many people have seen Barbie.
I have not seen Barbie.
I haven't either.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot, though. I heard it was really good, that it had like a mother, like, hidden agenda story in it, like mother-daughter,
Oh, yeah.
like the loss of a parent and, like, being alone. And but yeah, I heard it really had, like, a good agenda to it. And there was a lot of controversy because he got an Oscar nomination and she did not. It's fucking Barbie.
Wow.
It's not Ken. It's Barbie.
Yeah.
So I thought that was
Ouch.
pretty shitty.
Ouch. That has to hurt.
That, and I really like her.
Me too.
I know you do. Anyway, she asks if there were any fights on the trip.
Yeah.
He immediately is like, I mean, not any that ended badly. Like, they all, like, and that's what cracks me up is it doesn't have to be that were there any arguments or fights? It was, did any of them continue beyond the trip?
Right.
Or were you just getting it out of the way? He does say that he is going to find out, throughout the next few weeks just how things are, because they're going to be around each other pretty heavily in some of the events that are planned. They switch really quickly to Sheena going to Lisa's house.
Yes.
This scene's pretty iconic. It has gone very viral. And her talking about it on the podcast has gone viral on our page. But Sheena gets there and Lisa has to throw this dig in. This is what, it doesn't even matter. And Sheena, I don't even know if Sheena is smart enough to realize that Lisa's digging at her. But she was like, you requested this meeting. What do you need?
Right.
Like, I'm throwing you under the bus. I didn't call you up here. You called yourself up here.
Right.
So what do you need? And she proceeds to tell her that, she was picking up Dan from the airport and that Dan let it slip, which Dan is Ariana's new boyfriend. He let it slip that she needed to stay into town because of the photo shoot. And Sheena was like, photo shoot for what? And he was like, Dancing with the Stars.
Oh.
So Dan told Sheena about Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, man.
For me, this continues to solidify what I have been telling you guys this whole season, a little bit of last season, was that Sheena is definitely not that close with Ariana anymore.
Right.
Like, seriously not that close anymore. And you know that you would never let your boyfriend tell, and even if it was an NDA, Sheena's under that NDA because of the show. So, sorry guys, I had to take a drink. But she should have an NDA as well, or, by God, after 11 years, you should trust her, and actually more than 11 years because they were friends before the show.
Yeah.
You should trust them enough to be able to tell them and not worry about them breaking that to the press. My gut tells me that Ariana did not want to tell her because she knew it was going to hurt her feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
It's the way she does things. It's the way that she said, well, she's come a long way since being my backup dancer.
It was just a joke.
Yep. And then she followed it up on the podcast by saying it was a joke.
Yeah.
So you're spot on. Which, it's not a joke. No friend of mine is going to joke about me like that on television.
It's just a low dig.
It's just a, what do they call those whenever you, backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
It's just a backhanded compliment. That's all. I don't know. I really do feel that you can be happy for somebody and hurt for yourself at the same time. Yeah. That is absolutely happens, can happen, will happen.
Yeah, every day.
But I think you don't have to express that publicly.
No.
You don't have to express that to other people. These are things that you express to your mother or your biggest confidant in the car with the windows rolled up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's what my mom used to tell me. These are things that we discuss in the car with the windows rolled up. Which is totally fine. I just save that because she's kind of skating on her image right now with the show. She's getting a lot of backlash. I don't hate her. I know she probably thinks I hate her. I don't hate her. I actually am understanding her more, getting to know her relationship with Brock and her mom. Mm-hmm. So, but her saying that her making that joke on her podcast was self-deprivation. Nick lost it, you guys. He really, really lost it when I played him that clip. Everybody started complimenting or commenting on it on the TikTok page, and I was laughing at some of the things that were said. It was a solo pod, and she usually has somebody on there to jump on and give her a little bit of grammar and
support.
I mean, I need some, so I really don't need to talk. I'm not gonna say something like that, but
right.
Definitely not gonna mix that up. Lisa does tell her that, you know, she needs to approach Ariana, and she needs to tell her how she feels.
Yeah.
It's ironic though, because in the end it's Lala that ends up doing it. You know, she tells her she's gonna see her. But she's just doing Sheena's dirty work.
Oh yeah.
Lala and Ariana meet up for coffee again, and this is just becoming a regular occurrence, and it's so fucking awkward to me.
It's so fake.
They're not friends. Like, I mean, I know they're not enemies, but they're not friends.
It's not, you know, like an organic relationship.
Right.
So
I would rather see her and Katie meet up every single day and have coffee than I would see her and Lala meet up and fake having coffee.
Yeah.
And they're just trying. Well, they're trying to move storyline because they're making Lala, like, they're giving her an agenda going in.
Right.
She has a set something that she needs to do, and she pays again, first off, which I think is starting to get awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that with my friends, but we take turns. Like, if I pay when I'm with Shell, she's paying the next time. Even our daughter now, she won't let me pay twice in a row. So it's just kind of like a back and forth thing for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's getting kind of weird. Ariana had her shoot for the book, and she shows Lala the pics, but she said, you know, she doesn't get angry very often, and then editors immediately did this montage of like 4 angry moments in 11 years.
Pretty sure I saw some devil horns in there somewhere.
It was just really, really great editing. I'll give them that.
Yeah. Because
it made it look like she was like crazy, but it was like 4, and it like one was you cheated on her. One, you know what I mean? They were like seriously insane things that she was screaming over, and you were acting like you should have totally not even raised your voice then. The it's like they were making crazy Ariana.
Yeah.
But they discuss Sheena, and Lala actually tells her that, Sheena was defeated and that she needs her to step up and defend her online. And Ariana was like, I don't want my shit being headlines. I'm not defending her so that it then becomes a headline.
Yeah.
That I do understand, but again, if this is your actual friend, you do that without prompt. You don't need prompt to do that.
Exactly.
She doesn't. Lala calls her out in confessional. And she tells her that tells Ariana that she caught a TRO for her. No, she did not catch a TRO for you. She caught a TRO because she fucking hit a bitch.
Yeah.
You don't hit someone and then not get consequences for it. And
Exactly.
I get so aggravated by this conversation. It makes me livid. It's so stupid. Ariana quickly puts Lala in her place, though. She is basically like doubling down on saying, this is my boundary. And you're going to either take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't think her boundary is bad. Her boundary is her boundary.
Yeah.
So regardless of how anyone feels about it, it's fucking hers. She can make her boundary whatever the hell she wants. And you just have to live by it. Or not, and she just will cut you out of her life. Like, that's...
Yeah.
And that's not too big of a thing. Sheena is taking it so literally because for her, it's either I hate you or I love you.
Yeah.
There's not an in-between where she can be, like, a cohesive cast member or co-worker with someone without having that deep, engulfed, deeper friendship than what is truly offered by the former or the latter. Ariana's confessional, it describes how she sees that Sandoval is trying to do things. She said that he was immediately going to go for Sheena. Sheena will break. Then he'll go for the rest, and they will eventually ice her out. So she almost knows how he works so well that she can confidently say, this is what he's going to try and do, so I'm going to stop that from even happening by keeping him from having any access to the people that are close to me. So I'm not hurt by him any further.
Just makes it kind of hard for making a show.
It does.
Yeah.
It's not organic anymore. They're not friends anymore. Like, the scenes they're doing are with people that really don't like each other. And I say really don't like each other. They really do not want to spend... they don't want to spend their good times with that person.
Yeah.
Like, you're not celebrating your wins in life with that person. The next thing is, I don't know whether it's a lunch or a dinner, but it's Christina Kelly, Lala, Katie, and Sheena.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like a drinks thing or what the dealio was.
It looked really good, and I mean, Sheena fucked the bartender, so so ridiculous. When you try and change the subject with that, it's just too much for me.
Yeah. No doubt.
Lala really is just looking at Christina Kelly snotty. I'll be honest. I caught it several times. She never smiled at her. It was just a nasty resting bitch face.
Yeah.
The whole time they sat there. Katie kind of came in with the same energy.
Yeah. Always.
I do feel like I am gonna say one thing. Katie lives with an energy, and you kind of asked this last night or the night before last when we were doing our notes. You asked when she was having an emotional reaction in the scene. You ask why? What the hell did he do to you?
Yeah.
He ruined her marriage. I mean, he ruined her marriage.
Looking back, I don't know, man.
I mean, Schwartz absolutely has to take some accountability there. They weren't compatible 100%.
Yeah.
But I feel like they would have fought for it and it would have worked because he was still in love with her when they were done. And so I feel like she would have wanted to stick around had there not been so much involvement with a new place and spending that much time. And so that's where I think that emotional reaction comes from. But just because you asked. I thought about it when I was sleeping. This is what I do. I think up things when I'm sleeping. I actually thought up a way for Queen Bee Show to monetize her account, so her and I are going to work later this week. I think I'm going to jump up a third business where I'm like doing social media help.
Sounds good.
I'm getting pretty good at it, guys. Computers are my life, so algorithms are definitely my life, and I've gotten very good at knowing the rules around the rewards program and TikTok that's now out of beta. So I have been thinking about doing a short social media class and growth and trying to get yourself to that next level. So please make sure to give us a follow, rate us, give us a rating, please. We beg of you. There's only like 8 of them. And some of them are from like the first couple of months when our sound was horrible.
Yeah.
So like, they're not real anymore. Ratings aren't real.
It's not even real.
They don't even go here. But anyway, Lala just looks at Christina Kelly snotty, followed by Sheena talking about Sandoval being emotional, and Katie gives the looks that Christina has. So they can't mention at all about Sandoval because it immediately erupts into an argument with the ladies.
Of course.
Christina Kelly saying, do you think he's more upset that you guys aren't friends anymore than what he is that, he's not in a relationship with Ariana? And Sheena says yes.
Yeah.
The infamous agreement. I can't. Do you think before you open your mouth? Are you seriously that self-involved to know that when that plays back, that your best friend is going to hear you say that you and your relationship was more important than her? She's already super offended and hurt by the fact that the rest of the world was more important than her. Everybody was more important than her. She doesn't need to hear it from you, the one person that should be in her corner. Sheena is something else, man.
Yeah.
But she does proceed to say that it's because he and Ariana were so bad that they were so unhappy together. Since when is this your stance? You spent fucking months on your podcast, saying that you absolutely knew that everything was so great between them, that Rachel knew things were great between them, that she should not have been messing with him and their relationship because they were working on it, and then now all of a sudden it was so horrible that he finds you more valuable than he did his partner of 10 years.
Wow.
It's bad.
Yeah.
No, girl. That's what I put down. No, girl, no.
Yeah, girl.
They do mention Jax and Brittany immediately.
Yeah.
And
of course.
they're like, well, they ended up getting married and having a baby. But we still hear rumors about him running around. So all of this hit the after show for this subject, and Jax completely denied it. He said these rumors that they are talking about was another person that owned or that co-owned a bar, and the husband of hers was also there. Okay, why wasn't he in the picture? And another reason is Katie hit the comments and was like, that's not the picture I was talking about or the story. So there's multiple. There's not just one. There's multiple.
Okay.
We're now starting to see very big teasers for the Valley that we're finally going to get to start recapping this week.
Yeah.
And in those teasers, they are not having sex any longer. He doesn't find her attractive. They're not having sex, is what Brittany says.
Oh, man.
If you stop having sex in your marriage,
that's a sure sign.
One or both of you is going to seek that elsewhere.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about 2, 3, 4 weeks. I'm not, like, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, this is a lot longer. We'll see. In the breakdown whenever we watch these episodes. I'm sure they're going to give way more detail than what was given in those little tidbits. But, I mean, and what's weird is we say that and then somebody's taking a pregnancy test. So it doesn't even make sense. I want to have another baby. We don't get along.
Yeah, but we should have another baby.
We should. It would make it better.
Yeah. It's overpopulated.
Sheena does say that she misses who he was before. 12 years ago, before all of that, when he helped her, and Katie goes off.
Yeah.
She's like, you have got to let go of 12 fucking years ago when nobody liked you. Like, you're not there anymore. I'm here supporting you. Ariana supports you. Like, Lala supports you. There are plenty of people here supporting you. And I think the reality of this conversation is that she doesn't care that all of those other people are there supporting her. She still has guilt in her heart and wants to lend her hand or forgiveness in some form to Sandoval.
Yeah.
She really does. There's nothing they can say or do about the way she feels in her heart.
Right.
This is when she throws in that she slept with a bartender. I put in here that... sorry, I can't even read my own writing at this point. Oh, so I put in here that I was super surprised. This is where I stop understanding, and this is where I start calling out the fakeness and inorganicness of these scenes.
Yeah.
This dinner that's set up, this was after the astrology party. Lala told us on her podcast that her and Katie had beef going into... Or no, this wasn't. This was right before astrology.
Okay.
So not after, right before. So we know they had beef going into that night.
Yeah, they were mad at each other already.
So they were mad at each other here.
Yeah.
Why did fucking cast put them together? Sitting beside one another at fucking dinner.
Yeah.
Why don't you go out with this girl you don't like right now and have dinner? Like your friends. Pretend like you are.
It's great.
We'll just do a blow up some other time when you really fight.
We're waiting for it.
I had to call that out because it was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's very inorganic, and that's what's making it that way. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Katie does call him a demon, and I thought that was really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, give me a break. Demons kill people. Like, it's getting old.
Yeah.
You absolutely have every right to have conviction and not like him. Just like I said, you have that, your own beef with him. But you can't project that onto other fucking people.
Right. Exactly.
And that's kind of where Lala is in her growth moment this season. Is she's admitting she projected a lot of shit last year, and she's owning that and not willing to do that again this year.
Yeah.
Tom arrives at Tom Tom, and the pump gate is up.
Yeah.
This really kind of floored me because we got blind items and text message receipts from this saying that Tom Sandoval had a blowout about this.
I bet.
You could tell in his confessional he wasn't happy. You could tell that he started immediately asking, and she said, we don't consult 2.5% partners. She didn't say that to his face. She said that in confessional. Which, they're 2.5% apiece.
Ouch. You don't matter no more.
Well, 5% would not get any say in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Ever. So I don't disagree with her there. And I get it, they're the brand, but they don't make decisions. Anyway, the blind was that he blew up about it. And people saw it. The text is on our page. It's under the VP Are You Serious folder. So if you guys want to hit that. She starts talking to him about, you know, everything that's going on. She tells him that Rachel called her.
Right.
And it's funny because she tells him Rachel called me like Rachel's her friend.
I know, right?
Rachel did not call you because she's your friend, Lisa. She does not fucking like you. That's pretty abundantly clear on her podcast. And I'm in agreement, so kudos, Rachel.
She's like, my bestie just rang me up.
Seriously, I am not a fan, so I am all on board with the fucking, I don't like LVP train. But she called you about Graham and the fact that you gave Graham back to James after everything that had went on at her home in Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
When he attacked her family dog and abused it. Physically abused it. Allegedly physically abused it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Have to throw that in there because it's on a law thing, but it is still alleged. It's on a law document. Anyway, she definitely says that she told Lisa that he told her lying is a way of life.
Yeah.
He's like, I did not say that, and he makes up some stupid excuse that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. He's like, I do it to keep things exciting or something like that.
He's so stupid. She definitely, and it was funny because some people falsely reported that she told him that Rachel didn't love him anymore, but she did not. She said that in confessional. So she didn't say that to his face.
Yeah.
But she did tell him that to move on, like it's over. She's like, you know, have you talked to her? And he's like, no, she blocked me. And she's like, it's over, dude. Like, move the fuck on.
Move the fuck over.
Get the fuck over yourself, dude.
Yeah. Let's talk about her necklace.
Talk about the Christmas bulbs that she's wearing around her neck.
That's right.
Nick really could not handle the ugly ass necklace that was on her neck.
Check it out, guys.
Yeah. You got to go check that out.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, speaking of...
I got the green and red set coming.
I think Kyle Chan's piece was on Tom in this scene as well.
Oh.
A multicolored diamond necklace.
Gotcha.
Lala's office is the next scene.
Yeah.
And Lisa's coming over. Like, they're getting all excited, trying to get stuff ready. And it made me laugh because a creator friend of ours, Christina, you guys go check her out. She made a video because she realized that there was a Wild and Out champ belt in Lala's office. And so she dug out the Wild and Out clip and she roasted the fuck out of Nick Cannon, you guys. It was great, wasn't it, babe?
Yes, it was.
Anyway, if you have a chance, go check that out because it was so funny. And I love when people catch shit like that.
Yeah. Me
Lala tells her that she's just out there rebranding in them streets and getting herself some sperm.
Yeah.
You know, just walking around knocking on doors. Got any extra sperm laying around you want to give me? She is really wanting a sibling for Ocean, and she wants an absolute baby. That's what she calls it, an absolute.
Yeah.
And in that meaning, I told you I really got, like, there was so much feedback from moms who are divorced on the page who really said they felt this deep in their soul when their children have to leave and go to be with their ex on a holiday.
Right. I mean,
and they're by themselves.
Well, we've only been doing this since the
I understand that, but now we have an option where you don't have to worry about that. And so if that's her choice at 35 years old, I think she should probably take a hold of that choice, because she's not going to be comfortable, I don't think, to have a child with somebody again for a long time into a relationship.
Yeah,
I think it's a wonderful
I think
choice.
you're bringing a baby into something. When we have babies that need homes, it's...
Well, she did talk about she was going to adopt as well.
We'll see.
Calling her out.
Yeah.
I like it. He keeps me on my toes, guys. I told him he has to definitely throw his opinions in there, because he and I definitely differ in opinions, and I love that, because a lot of our listeners also differ in my opinion, and I want you guys to be able to chime in with him, because I know y'all will be friends.
Well, it's tough trying to give an opinion on something like this, being a man.
I know. It is, because every woman in America is going to be like, keep your fucking mouth shut.
Yeah, what the fuck do you know about this? I don't, but...
You don't, but this is our podcast, and I mean, I feel like you definitely saying that, there are children out there that need a home, and I think that's an important point, that it doesn't always, you could have an absolute with that child as well, but you could also have a parent that comes back to get them. There's too many laws that prevent you from ever being comfortable there. So it would not be an absolute in that direction.
Yeah.
The bulbs are back.
Yeah. They were a hit.
They were. She had to keep wearing them.
I like my bows.
The next scene is Allie and James, and they're joined by Joe and Schwartz.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, man. So, just hyper. You could tell when they were walking in that she was giddy and just... I think that, now in confessionals and things, Schwartz said, we were really... lines were crossed last summer and blurry, and Joe even says it's only been a month since they slept together, which he did not say that. So I feel like they're definitely friends with benefits in this stage that they're in at while filming. However, right now I think they are friends only, and he does have a significant other or a date. I did meet her.
Oh.
So she was super sweet, super nice, absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Like gorgeous.
Yeah.
Model gorgeous. But super friendly and outgoing. So I was I thought she was absolutely sweet.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot for 24-year-old girls though, because our daughter is that age, you guys. So it's an age that I know I could probably hang out with that girl and have a good time. She would enjoy being around me because our daughter enjoys being around me. I know that genre.
Not me, man.
I know it well. I will say that Allie seems, I'm going to say this as nice as I can, you guys. She seems a little two-faced.
Yeah, she seems a little judgy. A little judgy.
I felt like if that's the way you feel about Joe, then you shouldn't be sitting there
Yeah,
and compromising how you feel to film a scene for a reality show.
Let's do this awkward shot.
Here's like, or say how you feel.
Something.
Be like, hey, you know what? I actually feel the same way that Katie and Ariana do. So you want to have a conversation about it on screen? Because if not, then I'm just being two-faced and ridiculous. Yeah. I did not care for it.
I didn't like it one bit.
And it just, I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. I think there's a lot of hate right now coming at Joe, and I just think it's super unnecessary.
Y'all just need to settle down. Settle down.
No, I mean, I it's not me. I can't tell you what to say or how to feel. I just kind of am seeing a lot of it, and I think for anybody that's a little sensitive or can be sensitive,
yeah.
I just think it's just not a good look.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't participate.
Nope.
At all. She's always been extremely nice to me. Anytime I've ever messaged, she reads my messages. She answers me back immediately.
Yeah.
She's very sweet. I did not get to meet her while I was there. I don't think she came. I think because of things that were going on. Maybe she came later. I don't know. I haven't got to talk to her. So I don't know if she came, later. We didn't leave until, oh my gosh, it was like 12:40 when we left.
She was crusty. He had a date.
Now you sound like the internet. But our listeners will enjoy it. I'm like dying. And almost drank an entire soda while we were sitting here.
Dang.
Anyway, James says that it's awesome to get the band back together talking about him and Sandoval and Schwartz.
Yeah.
I thought that was the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Right.
He sounds stupid. Schwartz does say that he wants to do like a Rat Pack dinner.
Yeah. That was kind of neat.
Yeah. So he arranges that, and then Sandoval basically just nonchalantly is there.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't think that happens. I don't think that was a time when Sandoval was just going out to bars because he wanted to.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's how it went down. I'd say it was probably scheduled to film, but whatever. He is wearing sunglasses, and James is like, cool sunglasses, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm just being dumb. And he takes them off. He's like, try them on. And he's like, oh, you can keep them.
Yeah.
This is like classic Sandoval. He does this a lot.
Right. We're all about gifting.
Well, I mean, it's not a bad thing whenever it's every now and again and it's a really good friend or it's your mom or...
Or I'll just bring you a plant every time I see you.
Yeah, or Tom. Poor Schwartz and his green thumb right now.
I'm just playing, buddy.
Yeah. Oh. But James did say on the after show that he lost those glasses that night.
Yeah, he did. That wasn't very nice.
And he said that if somebody picked them up, if they bring them to a See You Next Tuesday, he'd sign them. So there's your call out. If you picked up the sunglasses from the scene here that night last summer.
Maybe he just didn't like them.
I don't think he really did. I think he was just, have you never seen on Mean Girls where she's like, cute skirt, where'd you get it? And she's like, oh my god, it's my mom's, it was vintage. And she walks away and she's like, that's the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Ash and I do that all the time.
I say that all the time too.
Again, though, we have Allie saying in confessional how she feels, but sitting face to face with Sandoval and not saying a word. Like, if that's how you feel enough to say it in confessional, you gotta say it in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta groom you to be a Bravo person and not be a confessional hider, because you won't last long on the show if you only say how you feel in confessionals. And you'll get ate alive at fucking reunion.
Yeah. For sure.
It's Joe and Schwartz say they're just friends to them at this point. They start talking about it.
Right.
But she had fun at Sir in the audience.
Yeah.
Joe does say that there's still feelings there, but Tom says that there's boundaries, which I thought was very interesting in the confessionals, for the two totally different stories of one saying that there's still feelings and one saying there was boundaries set.
Yeah. It's pretty weird.
Switches immediately to Rat Pack dinner. Boop, boop.
Yeah.
That was Brazilian steakhouse. Looks fucking amazing.
It does.
Maybe I should look for one of those instead of an Olive Garden this weekend.
If we can find one.
I would love that. You know I love the Brazilian steakhouse. It's my favorite.
If they're open. If we have one.
He really doesn't want to go, guys.
I have little faith in West Virginia.
We'll see. Now you put me on a mission.
Yep. Now I'm driving 3 hours, guys.
James is like crazy in this scene. He almost acts like he is hyped up. He talks about Chowtown, sucking on coconuts. This is like in the first 3 minutes of the scene.
Yeah.
He was like going crazy.
He was excited for the meats.
Brock arrives. I thought Brock looked really nice. I didn't think he looked bad. And they were like, he was like worried because he didn't have a tie. But I thought he looked nice.
He didn't fit in. Did they not know what the Rat Pack looked like?
Yeah. But this is Brock we're talking about. On the after show, he had on high heels. I'm dead serious.
His boot collection is something.
Yeah. That's... Apparently, that is his style. And...
Yeah.
It's not mine, so you do you. Yeah. I can't tell you what looks good.
I'll stick with my Vans.
But some of it doesn't look bad. Like I said, when he walked in here, I thought he looked really nice. I thought that was sleek. I thought it was good. I felt like that was more 70s, you know what I mean? Like, not Rat Pack, but 70s mobby.
Yeah.
More, which still, same era, genre, you know what I mean? Same kind of vibe.
I guess. I'm true to the movies, though.
Whatever. Tom tells them about Rachel. He's like, she wasn't happy, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you didn't let her heal at a fucking inpatient mental treatment. Maybe it's because you couldn't let her get out what she needed to be able to feel better.
Maybe it's the poor family's dog, alleged.
That was James, not Tom.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, people.
Oh, man.
Maybe he did, too. Maybe he kicked it.
The same time as everybody's arriving at Allie and James's house for Allie to do readings on everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So these two things happen simultaneously to end this episode.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like you could have done these readings, babe.
I could.
They were just very textbook. If you're going to showcase something like that, have her read palms. Yeah. Read the lines on your palms and tell you some things there, or tell me, read tarot cards, or do something that's not reading what my sign is
I'm pretty sure she got that
Astrologically.
from Google Astro or something.
Google Astro. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I just made it up.
Yeah, you are. There is, you guys don't even know this, but there is something that we call the book of Nick.
Yeah, man.
He makes up his own fucking words. He has for the whole 13 years of our marriage.
I had my whole life.
So we'll start banking that one. It did crack me up that one of the first things that Sheena said was the story of her life, putting everybody else first.
Oh yeah, always.
Because they start talking about, like, that was her horoscope, was that she needs to take time for her because she doesn't put herself first. And, this is where, I'm sorry, but that does not fit.
No.
It doesn't fit because of how Sheena was raised. And so that does not fit her personality any longer.
Or we have to celebrate her birthday for a month.
I will say that Sheena has said a couple of times that she doesn't think that Ariana can move on this soon or before she's out of that house.
Yeah.
And Ariana is admitting she was on her last $2,000 before the scandal happened.
Right.
Everybody's like, oh, what'd she do with all her money? She invested it in a restaurant. Hell, I'm here to tell you right now, we're investing right now.
Yeah.
Shit is ridiculous. I can't imagine investing millions and having rent due every month.
Yeah, that would suck.
This is why the trailer was the best idea ever.
Yeah, because I don't want to be there every day.
No. We don't want to be locked into something, and we don't want to have to pay for something.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just absolutely crazy. I do think that she relied on her partner too. You know, Tom had funds coming in. She did not need to worry there. And he is, from what I can see over the years, extremely responsible with money.
Yeah.
I really truly see that he is one of the most financially stable, if not the most financially stable of the cast.
That's crazy.
So, maybe I should have asked him for some investment advice. He was very nice. Just in case anybody wants to know. Extremely, extremely nice. I went over and introduced myself because I felt like I did not want to be a faceless person on the internet. And I don't really spew hate on Sandoval. And I also do share clips of his podcast because you guys want to hear what he's saying now. So I do share those clips.
Yeah.
Every now and again. And when I do, I'm, pushing you, hey, check out his podcast. Everybody loves Tom. So, I wanted to let him know who I was that was sharing those kind of things. And I said, you probably will hate me because early on in Scandal, I definitely was not as politically correct or didn't come as nice as I do today. And
we were on the wave.
He definitely was like, I could never not be nice to somebody that I'm meeting. And then whenever Kyle told him that I flew out there for his birthday, he was like, how in the world could I be mean to you? There's no way I could be mean to you after that. So, he was extremely nice. It's what we know, though, that he's extremely nice to fans. His camp is extremely nice to fans. You guys, if you reach out to his camp, they're going to answer you. 9 times out of 10, they're going to answer you. They're just that nice to the fans and to everybody. And this was before Scandival. It's refreshing.
Yeah. Because
a lot of the Bravo Lebs aren't.
I'm sure.
Sheena, I put don't rely on a man for money.
Yeah.
In all capital letters. I learned this very young, that I needed to figure out a way to support myself no matter what.
Yes.
And I have instilled that in both of our children, that they have to support themselves. We have some of the hardest working kids ever.
Yeah.
And it's just not the same way for the generation all the time.
Yeah.
Lala does say that the guys will all bond tonight at that dinner, and Ariana immediately gets pissed.
Yeah, she does.
And she says that he doesn't have enough self-respect for himself to go hang out with different friends than them.
Mm-hmm.
And she really just starts laying in, and it ends up being this huge argument. Lala jumps in and is like, you can't do that. You can't make them, decide. Everybody's walking on fucking eggshells around you.
Yeah.
Katie
annoying.
then chimes in.
Yeah.
Say it with all your chest, bitch. Lala did kind of elevate that first by being like, well, you're not going to like what I'm going to have to say. But she was talking about, you're not going to like what I'm going to have to say because my shit is bigger than yours because I have a fucking kid.
Yeah.
And what do you have to deal with after you haven't talked to him in 9 fucking months? You haven't even had to have a fucking mediated conversation with him. In reality, you're just fucking spewing whatever demand you want.
Yeah, it cracks me up because she doesn't want to move out because she says she's not financially stable to move out yet. I mean, whenever couples go through a divorce, that's what happens. I mean, one of us get left without a home, and we have to find a home.
But I think what she's saying is, because he's the one that imploded the relationship, he should be the one to fucking leave. And honestly, if he were, this is where I'm gonna have
Yeah, she keeps saying that she's happy
a
to
judge.
sell.
Right. Well, and this is where a judge is gonna have a really
Make up
hard
your mind.
time, like, trying to decipher that, because in my mind, I think Tom should have realized, if I fucking leave, she's gotta pay the bills.
Yeah.
So I don't have to pay them anymore, and I don't have to fucking do all this shit. I can focus on myself.
Right.
I can do all these things, and he did not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do think that Luke, Kristen's man, said something really eye-opening it on Sex, Love, and What Else Matters this week. He said that James didn't not have enough self-respect. He didn't have enough respect for you, Ariana, to do what you wanted in order for you to be okay with what he did that night. He didn't want to go with his other friends because he didn't have enough respect for you to do what you wanted him to do.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with self-respect. And I completely agree.
Yeah.
That's not self-respect. That's respect for the person demanding something.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you wouldn't enjoy that because he has the same stance that you do. That you can't demand for people to not be friends with someone.
Yeah. It's just when you're doing a show together and you can't be friends with somebody, it just, like, what's the point of filming?
I don't know. Lala definitely, it's so heated, and it's a you're a bit much all the time to Katie.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
You were digging Lala in this scene, I think.
Yeah. This is just classic Katie.
But I think this is the first time I've ever seen you agree with Lala.
I don't know. I'm sure I have before.
Just not admitted
she's
it.
She's not always wrong.
You just didn't admit it.
Yeah.
Definitely excited for next week.
And like Allie said, we can all just get along if we just understand each other's birth charts.
Yeah, it's just love and peace, man.
Yeah.
That's
it. Remember that, folks.
That was the stupidest addition ever.
And with that.
Yeah. With that,
we can sign out.
We are done, so.
Give your neighbor a hug for us.
We love you guys so much. Please don't forget to go and like us, give us a review, a rating, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen.
All of them. Name
And
'em.
we will see you next week for 2 episodes starting next week.
What?
We will be releasing one on Thursday or Friday and then another on Sundays. Thanks for joining.
See ya.